So as a woman, what made, I mean, I'm sure your child motivates you a lot. What is the emotion, the feelings that you harness
Right.
to push forward? Because it's easier to be an employee than, and if you had to kind of say something to like other women,
Right.
like what would you tell them?
I have a lot to say, but
Say it.
Yo, this is Full Notice
Yo.
Podcast, baby. We haven't even talked about aliens yet. You know that question's coming.
I know it's coming. I know it's coming. Just believe. I feel like I have a picture of where I want to be in my head, but honestly, like what keeps me going every single morning, I wake up at 5 in the morning. Like if I had a regular job, like I'm at the gym by 5:30 in the morning, and I don't have a 9 to 5. I could just do that shit at like 3 o'clock in the.
You could curse.
Oh, okay. I could do this shit at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. No, I'm gonna keep the same grind because I'm like, I see the vision, so I'm gonna keep going. It's just not my son that motivates me. Honestly, like, if you don't have it, it has to come within. Like, I don't know how to even explain that feeling, but it comes within most of the time. Like, a person can only motivate you to an extent. Like, something I've learned, and coming from the Hispanic culture, is that if you depend or if you have that motivation only on your kids, it's gonna be hard because they leave, regardless of the fact. Like they leave, and then what you have left?
Right.
Nothing. So
It's interesting you say that because, Kai, in Dominican Republic, which we frequent, we travel, and when we go there, sometimes, like you'll speak to bodegas,
Yeah.
bodegas, and like those corner stores that are there, and you speak to the people, and a lot of times they're there for 10, 15 years, and you look at their business, and it's kind of like all over the place. And me, someone that I look at that business and I almost have like OCD. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta fix this. I gotta tell him about this and his accounting, and I gotta, you know what I mean? Like my mind starts thinking like, how could I help this guy better his business? Because they don't even give receipts. So if you're not giving receipts,
you're not tracking.
Where's your accounting?
Where's your profit and loss?
So how do you deal with that? Because I know me, I'm like OCD with that.
I try. Some people don't want the help. You know what I mean? I have a lot of uncles that they are in business, but I'm the niece, so that's kind of hard. Like some people, ego is gonna get in the way, and hey, that's not my job. Like
Right.
at the end of the day, I can do so much. If I will always give some type of advice. It's up to them if they want to take it, but I don't take it personal. Like I know what I'm good at, and if that works for them, hey, who am I to judge?
Yo, you guys, because I'm telling you,
But it is tough though.
I'll ask my questions. You guys gotta
About
jump in.
business?
I'm about to ask her another question. You guys want to
Go ahead, ask it.
Okay. So if there's one piece of information that you say is like your golden nugget, right? That you would say, okay, this piece of information can change your life. What would that be?
Therapy.
Get therapy?
Therapy.
Okay.
Therapy.
Yeah.
I didn't expect
Wow,
that.
man, me
Why?
neither.
Why?
Yeah.
Preach.
Break it down. Why therapy?
Therapy changed my life. Honestly, that's not the only work I've done. I've done a
You
lot.
go to the gym.
No,
that's
but
a form of therapy for some.
yeah, no, but like I've done life coaches. I've done like I just don't work in just the business side. I work in my mental health a lot more because that's what's gonna keep me going. Like understanding that we are against each other, one another. Like within every single day we fight each other, like ourselves every single day.
Fighting demons.
Every day, literally, because there's always a balance in between bad and good. So understanding that good can outweigh the bad, it's another way of living life. There's more out there than just working and just to pay bills. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And therapy was that sense that like I knew something was off. Like I'm grinding, I'm doing what I gotta do. I was living alone already. I had just with me and my child, and I'm like, yo, I got my home, I got a car. I'm thankful I got a roof over my head. I got food on the table, but I still feel empty. Like what's going on? And once I started going to therapy, I'm like, wait a minute, like there's more out there. There's a different perspective. There's this, that, like And she was just like, I was trying to control. I'm trying to like teach my son differently, or I'm trying to raise my son differently than what I was raised, the generations that I was raised, or like all that stuff. And I'm like, that's like a constant battle because my son's father has a different mentality, right? And then my mom has a different mentality. It's like, no, you don't do it this way. So it's just like, no, I'm reading books, I'm doing this, I'm trying to like implement something else. So going to coaching was going to therapy was something that was helping me at the current moment. Then after therapy, it's just therapy helps with helping you in your current emotions. Then I went deeper. Then I went to a life coach, a relationship coach. Then she tapped into my inner child. She tapped into my inner child, my traumas. And then you're able to break those behaviors, because all those behaviors, all those energies is stuck within us.
I got a question. So on top of that, being that you said inner child, here's what I want to say. What have you told your inner child?
Oh, that I love myself now. Because
Great answer.
you know, it's just like, I'm telling you guys, like it's hard trying to, like, we are our biggest critics. No matter what anybody say, like, everybody's fighting themselves every single day. So understanding that we are the biggest critics because of our traumas. So once you break those behaviors, then you're like break free. Like, okay, like, wait, it is possible. I can do this. I can continue doing this. You're thinking like being self-employed, like, you know, it's just like I wake up and I have $1 million. No, but I wake up and it's just like I'm gonna get to those $1 million. It's possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's definitely possible. It's not just $1 million. It's what can I do with that money, like, you know.
How can you give back? How can you help others achieve? See, me, one of the hardest things for me that I found, I guess this was a you know, a personal experience that I've had. I'm one of 18
Wow.
children. Yeah, shout out Dad. You know, he passed away, but he definitely taught me a lot of valuable things. And having a big family is definitely one of the things that I look forward to having. And one of the things, you know, before my dad passed away, he gave me this ring, and he also told me, like, he gave me this watch. I had gifted it to him, and he gave it back. Yeah. And he grabbed me and said that you know, it was my responsibility to kind of bring my family together. Something that my mom, she took issue with, because, you know, it's like bringing our family together. My family, not only is it really big, but everyone is in their own world, right? So I've always been a real big team player. I'm like, I really don't function well without a team. Like, I need to have, I can't do everything by myself, right? And I found that trying to get people to work together is probably the hardest thing to do. So as a business advisor, how do you get people who want to do their own thing? Yes. How do you get people that want to do their own thing to work and collaborate? Because believe me, I spent hours.
Yeah.
We spent
years.
over $200,000 trying to bring people together, and it doesn't happen.
Okay, but you mean in business, or like with your family, or like in general?
I mean, I'm pretty sure are there similarities, different techniques you can use? Like, go ahead and explain.
So it's just understanding that everyone has a different perspective. That's it. Honestly, that's what it is, because what your experience you went through in life is different than yours. So you're seeing life completely different than what I am, just because we just had different experiences. We learn as human beings. We learn not just through books and we learn through life. We learn through, like, going through mistakes, through errors. So my errors are not the same as yours. So understanding and being empathetic with your situation and with someone else can just bring people more understanding and together. Like, for example, I want to give you guys a big example, right? When me and my sister used to fight a lot. Since we were like teenagers, we used to not look at, you know, we were just always fighting. We never had a connection at all.
She your older sister?
She's my youngest.